Greetings, friends. Happy full moon. This is Elizabeth Schermer with an intuitive message for the Gemini full moon for 2019, which occurs later this evening. Right now, I'm in Seattle in Pacific time, and it's December 11th. The full moon is tonight at 9:12 p.m. And for people on the East Coast, they're having a special numerological event because the full moon is occurring at 12:12 a.m. on 12:12 for you. So you have a special number, some number magic going for you too, which we'll all receive. So I'm bringing that forward because today has been, since I woke up this morning, a day of amazing magic. There have been so many synchronicities and events, not just for myself, but involving other people and news I've received from other people. The day has unfolded like one amazing treasure box after another. And so, a horn just honked outside, which is like an exclamation point of that. So I'm a little distracted right now only because the excitement of the day has been building and my nervous system's a little bit overloaded with the eagerness for what I've experienced today of the beauty of what's coming forward for everyone. So what I'm going to do today is summarize the basic energies of this full moon, do the best I can to say what the opportunities are for you and how you can harness this energy of manifestation that is available for each of us right now. So the first thing I want to say that's coming in from the guides is if you are not right now directly experiencing physical manifestation of your intentions, know that they're on the way. And what you can best do if your physical intentions haven't shown up in evidence yet is soak in the vicarious eagerness and excitement for the manifestations of those around you, because we are all in this together and everyone's timeline is unique, and the blessings that are coming forward for others in your own community, in your own grids of connection, those blessings are yours as well. So trust the momentum. That's the first message that's coming through right now. So I'm going to use tarot cards today to say a little bit about the astrology chart, and then I'll share the amazing spread that the universe gave us. The first thing I want to say about the astrology of this current cycle is that we are the sun is in Sagittarius right now, and the tarot card for Sagittarius is the art or alchemy card, which is a symbol of your ability right now to make art with your own life. Sagittarius helps us connect with new insights and realizations and understandings and new wisdom about the truth of who we are, the truth of our world, and the truth of how to participate more intentionally. And the actual specific energy of the new moon 2 weeks ago, and we're still in that cycle, the energy was of new qualities of awakening and new qualities of consciousness and awareness and wisdom that will enable you to go to the next level in your own life. And so the Gemini full moon is Gemini is the sign opposite to Sagittarius, and that's in tarot. The Lover's card represents Gemini. The Gemini full moon now is offering new realizations for you about the qualities of wisdom and awareness into which you're expanding to take your life to the next level. And so Gemini, the energies of Gemini, and I have the Lover's card here in the center of the altar. The energies of Gemini represent the qualities of an expanded mind and the qualities of discovery and eagerness and curiosity that with which we explore our world. Gemini is the sign of mutable air, a mastery of the quality of air, the quality of the mind that is elevated to new levels of understanding and perspective. And so with the Gemini full moon, there's an ability to appreciate contrast. Gemini is very curious about discovering new relationships in the world. That's the Lover's card. To come into relationship with all circumstances, including people, to learn about yourself. And so the strength of this particular Gemini full moon is the strength of who you are as an individual and your ability to learn about to explore the world and to experience new understandings and new perceptions in your life right now through your own lens as an individual, to understand through your experiences who you are, and to expand your confidence and strength and clarity of yourself. So the tarot card, the court card or the personal card for Gemini is the Knight of Swords. And this card represents your ability to elevate, to fly above. He's flying his helmet is a helicopter with 4 beautiful wings. They look like dragonfly wings. And he is elevated over his experiences to get a new, more expanded perception of the nature of his life and his world. And the colors, the primary colors here of blue, beautiful, vibrant blue, and vibrant green recognize speaking truth, seeing clarity, seeing through illusion from the power of your heart. So this is a very specific way to understand the personal opportunities right now. When I meditated on this card before coming to you with this message, the big message I received from the card today that's important right now are that he has four propellers on his helicopter, and the number 4 signifies a quality of stability. And also the way to have stability with the energy of 4 is to be willing to surrender. And so in order to have elevated perspective, you have to be willing and able to surrender your previous perceptions, your previous perspectives, your previous habits of thought, so that you can see what is truly present in the moment. And this is one of the superpowers of Gemini. So let me just scan if there's anything else before we dive into the spread. Yes, there's something else. Another specific aspect of this chart that is going to support your ability to transcend and see things in new ways is the presence of Neptune. In the astrology chart, Neptune forms a T-square to the full moon. The sun in Sagittarius, the moon in Gemini, and then Neptune forms a perfect triangle with those two. And a T-square represents an activation of new clarity, an ability to see and come to new understandings and perspectives, at least this T-square does, through an awareness to experience contrast. And the specific frequency of Neptune in this astrology chart is inspiration for the Sabian symbol of Neptune, the degree of Neptune in the zodiac. So you will recognize your ability to show up to your circumstances right now and to access the gifts of this full moon when you can connect with inspiration, with what inspires you personally. This is a very personal signature. And another important aspect here is the tarot card for Neptune is the Hanged Man. And this is a reminder to us that we can only transcend and come to new levels of perspective when we're willing to surrender the way things have been in the past. We have to allow ourselves to be held, to trust the universe, to trust the circumstances in the moment. And from that place of trust, we can receive new perspectives. In a practical way, the Hanged Man is upside down, hanging in the Ankh, which is a symbol of eternal life and support and balance. And when he is willing to surrender, then he sees things from an entirely new perspective. Upside down, sees new opportunities. It's a symbol of spiritual development and spiritual growth from very high level, which is the sun at the top and the snakes, the serpent in his crown chakra at the bottom represents the ability to tap into deep, deep, deep knowledge. And then above to receive the infusion of support that's always available. So realize that the key that unlocks this full moon is your ability to surrender and trust. And then from a place of surrender and letting go of what you thought was true in the past and and who you thought you were in the past, you will be able to receive the new insights and new inspirations and new infusions of vitality and rebirth that are available. Rebirth is a big energy right now, and that's what Neptune provides. Okay, super exciting. So, knowing that the themes of this month are new awakening, new insights, and new inspirations about moving forward from your own path of individual purpose and identity, I asked the universe for a spread that would give us some practical advice to help us connect with these big picture possibilities. And so the first card in our spread in the position of mind is the Knight of Swords. This is when the specific cards show up that are related to the current lunar cycle. It's always a powerful synchronicity and message from Spirit that you can believe this message and that it is very much in alignment with the potentials for you right now. So you have the opportunity through the power of your mind, of your strong mind, which is the Knight of Swords. You have the opportunity now and in the coming 2 weeks to connect to new perspectives, new awarenesses, new qualities of relationship to your circumstances in your life, and transcend old ideas of who you were as a person, old ideas of your identity, old beliefs that perhaps limit your growth moving forward. And also to allow yourself, what I'm getting right now is to allow yourself to transcend other people's expectations of who you are and cultural beliefs that limit you, and also to not feel trapped or held or imprisoned by the challenges that are happening within our larger culture right now. There's a lot of recalibration and a lot of dissonance in the larger culture, which is part of the growing pains we're all going through. And you have new opportunities right now to free yourself from being held by those conflicts so that you can go to the next level in what you're here to contribute and bring forward as new birth. So feel curious, feel Gemini's superpowers of curiosity. Gemini loves the discovery, especially through contrast. You are not trapped by contrast. Contrast is an opportunity to understand something new that's happening. And then remember the importance of surrender. In order to do this elevation and new expansion with this full moon, you have to be willing to surrender the way things have been in the past. And that's how you will connect to new inspiration of what's possible in the future and in the present moment. So a couple more cards here for some practical advice. In the position of circumstances, the Two of Discs. The Two of Discs is called change. And this is a figure 8. It's a balanced change. And here's the snake again that called to us from the image in the Hanged Man. And the snake here, the Ouroboros, represents the ongoing cycles of time and the way in which time unfolds in balanced ways. There's a calm to this card. And when the Two of Discs comes up, it's always an encouragement that you can, encouragement to participate in the cycles of change by feeling trust and knowing that you can, if you look underneath things and you connect within to your own strong alignment, you can experience calm even in the midst of uncertainty or confusion in the external world. So there's encouragement here for you to trust in the unfolding and trust in your ability, with the Knight of Wands in mind, to find those new perspectives and to ask for clarity and guidance in your perspective so that you can find the points of calm. And all you need to know in your circumstances is the next step. And so with the energies of this full moon, you'll always be able to ask for what's the next step. And then those next steps evolve as circumstances change. A beautiful card in the position of Spirit is the Ace of Cups. And this is an affirmation and encouragement of the infusion of loving life force that's available for you right now. This is the same infusion of love and life force that is sustaining the Hanged Man The Ace of Cups is elemental water, and that's also the association of this card is elemental water and our ability to allow ourselves to be held in the love that nurtures us and supports us and sustains us. And this flow of love and source energy is infinite and is never ceasing, never ending. So there's an opportunity by working with the practical tools of this month that we've talked about for you to receive an infusion. And what's important to know from source and from your spiritual connection is that whenever you feel uncertainty or confusion, you can return within and you'll experience that flow of love that sustains you and holds you. The shadow side of the Knight of Swords are the shadow cards of the mind, which are associated with Gemini. The 8, 9, 10 of Swords represent challenging patterns of the mind. And rather than saying, and this is over-analysis, 8 of Swords over-analysis, 9 of Swords judgment, cruelty against yourself and others by being judgmental, and then 10 of Swords ruin, the fear of things not working out. These cards are associated with the Knight of Swords, not to say that that's what's going to happen, but that this is a month and a full moon when you can actually personally heal some of those patterns for yourself. So when you experience overthinking, overanalysis, when you experience being judgmental and hard on yourself or others for missing the mark, for not being perfect, for falling short of expectations, and when you find yourself feeling fear of outcome, overanalysis, judgment, and fear, those are patterns that you have new abilities to transcend and master this full moon. So hold curiosity for the ways those patterns may come up in your life and know that there's support right now to go to a new level of healing so that you can more and more fully experience the trust in the moment that you are being cared for, and that there are amazing new opportunities available. And that's the punchline of today's spread. The fourth card of the spread is the Six of Discs, success. This is a blessing card, and the Six of Discs represents the blessing of receiving your heart's desires and the ability to live in trust with the universe that all of those blessings are on the way. The key wisdom teaching in this card is that these blessings this is a message that the blessings are here. However, they may not yet have fully manifest in physical form, but they are in the oven, so to speak. The cake is in the oven and it's in the final stages of perfection. So when we feel things coming and yet they're not fully here and we get confused, it's like opening the oven door before the cake is done. So this card, whenever it appears, is an affirmation for you to trust, to know that what you are holding space for, the creations you're holding space for, the healing you're holding space for is here. And your job now is to feel that love, allow yourself to be held by the loving support and the gift of love of the universe and source energy that sustains you and the rest of us. And then your job right now is to play. It's to play with perspective, play with curiosity, play with new ideas and new insights and new discoveries, and then explore the world, explore the unfolding world of change. Relish the change, and you will experience many levels of new birth in the coming days. Thanks so much for participating in this message, for participating in the co-creation of this work together and of our lives together and of our this amazing lifetime on planet Earth. Have a beautiful full moon celebration and an amazing couple of weeks leading up to a really big eclipse at the Capricorn new moon on December 25th. See you again soon. This is Elizabeth Schermer and the Alchemy Mystery School.